Where are you in your life when you're begging for sperm at Burger King? What? What flow chart of insanity did they have to go through to get to that? Oh my God!
It is no secret that men have become the pariahs of the Western world, and Von Goebel knows it. So do yourself a favor by embracing your inner bastard by buying this book. The Rules, Reclaiming Your Freedom, Manhood, and most importantly, your sanity. Because without your sanity, what are you gonna do? Ventilate your thinking meat? Jump off bridges and drink yourself to death? Nobody needs that. If you want to buy this book, links are in the description. I'm not a beggar, not gonna beg you. That's not what I do. End the commercial, go away.
What's going on, you fast food fornicators? I'm Blake, this is Popp. And I brought my special sauce for your 2 all-beef patties. Oh,
Nice.
I like it. Popp is happy because he got his hash browns this morning.
Yep, usually 10:30. If you go there after 10:30, they're like, oh, sorry, we don't do that anymore. They do it at McDonald's
Oh, everyone.
and at Tim Hortons, and it's really annoying.
You mean you want us to work?
Yeah, can't have that.
I mean, they were clearly into the heat lamps, but
Yeah.
any hash brown, old hash brown is better than no hash brown.
That's right. I should put that in my book.
Yes.
Nah.
Warrior's Way in the Soldier's Soul. Oh, man, it's great. This is teaching me how to deal with war. Hash
What
browns?
the hell's that?
The fuck?
You know, there's 30 pages in the first Jericho Files book that I wrote completely on Ambien and whiskey. I don't even remember. I woke up in the
You remember
morning.
writing it?
I woke up, I'm like, what the hell? I was like on page 112 when I started writing that night. The next morning, I was like at 145.
What happened?
And I remember I reread everything, and I'm like, oh, shit.
I better check my eBay shopping history.
Yeah, I had that too. But, actually, I liked what I wrote, and I just kept it.
Hey, that works.
It wasn't even all that messed up in punctuation, from what I could tell.
Well, it can't possibly be worse than this.
I got inseminated in a Burger King bathroom just off Route 57.
Wait. What? Hey, hang on. What? What? Are you serious?
You can't have it your way, honey.
No,
It's not
wait.
gonna happen.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh, god damn!
I desperately wanted to get pregnant and I needed some free sperm with no drama, no commitment, and definitely no shagnanigans.
What, did she just proposition some random dude in line like,
Excuse me, sir. I'm quite parched.
you mind giving me a double barrel shot of your best bazooka juice?
Okay, we're gonna have to go with a big off.
I don't have any idea why people actually donate sperm. That is the most stupid, asinine thing you could do.
Well, especially now when we have documented news stories and court cases about lesbian couples going and purchasing frozen sperm, which is, to my knowledge, is supposed to be protected by some NDA. They find the sperm donor later on when they fall on hard times, sue him, and they're getting awarded child support.
Yeah, that is some horse shit right there.
If you need money that bad,
Do not milk the Wonder Worm into a cup
the Wonder
and,
Worm,
and give it to anybody. All right?
the Wonder Worm.
I'm serious, because you plant seeds for life with the Wonder Worm. That's how it works.
Unless they're drinking it directly from the tap, do
shit.
not give your bazooka juice out for money, gentlemen.
Yeah, don't do that, man.
Most people heading in for a late night whopper
If you know what I mean.
at the Kankakee, Illinois Burger King would have been shocked to know that a lesbian
It's like I called it.
You know what? I bet you 10 to 1, she likes to hit the penis every now and again. That makes her bisexual.
was meeting her sperm donor inside the restaurant. But there I was outside the men's restroom waiting for a paper cup full of semen.
That just sounds bad. What the
Fleminism in 2021, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it leads you.
All right.
You think it's going to lead you to having it all because I'm worth it, way. Instead, you're standing outside the restroom waiting for a paper cup full of DNA.
I would do anything for a baby of my own, even pick up free sperm at a fast food chain.
This is the power of baby rabies.
Ooh.
These women go absolutely nuts when they are in a certain age bracket. And let me tell you, in my younger days, I had probably 10 women throw their vag at me with the intention of me throwing one by the goalie.
Put a baby in me.
Yeah, and you're like, whoa.
No
Hey, I didn't sign on for that. I'm just here for a little in and out.
Little In-N-Out burger.
Maybe we'll get dinner once in a while. I really am not looking to be connected to you for 18 to 21 years. No.
That's not my idea of a good time.
No.
I'd wanted a baby since I was a little girl, carrying a baby doll everywhere, sure that everyone believed she was real and knowing that someday she would be, until one day I found myself 34 years old, single, lesbian, feeling desperate. Shocker. You want to smell it?
Did I not call it?
I was going to ask you what you would bet her age would be. 34 is what I would have picked.
I put her at 40.
She looks like, instead of getting inseminated off Route 57, she might just be 57 years old. But this might be her recounting an older experience.
Well, women can go from 18 to hag in 10 years. My best buddy, who's dead now, younger sister, she was smoking hot, right? Just wow.
Chef's kiss hot.
Yeah, oh my God. And then I got off active duty. I was trying to, get with her, and she gave me the business, which happens. It doesn't matter who you are, you're going to get the business.
Yep.
And so I basically just cut contact. I didn't want to talk to her anymore. I was done, And I ran into her when she was 29. Like literally not 10 years later, 11 years later.
Aged off a cliff.
Oh my God. She was partying like Thursday through Sunday, sun tanning, smoking 1 to 2 packs of cigarettes a day. God, she looked terrible.
After a series of crazy ideas to get pregnant, including a sexy dress, a 6-pack of beer, and an old coworker who left town the day before I got to him.
You called it.
I told you.
She went on a sausage safari, or at least attempted to, because the old coworker left town the day before I got to him.
Yeah, he was probably like, F this.
He was probably an old coworker from when she was like 24, and then she was trying to sling back and get a bazooka juice donation at 34. Sends him this picture, and he's like,
this shit, I'm out. No thanks.
A gay friend who then tested positive for HIV, and a wild women's weekend with drums and goddess chants that was followed by 2 missed periods but no pregnancy. A cup full of live sperm in my hand seemed like a godsend.
Chlamydia! Yeah!
That's why we call it the chlamydia clan.
That's right. That stuff will sterilize a woman like that. If she doesn't get that treated ASAP, gone.
This is where feminism is taking these ladies now.
Yep.
They think they can have it all, and they go out and they party every weekend, or they go away for a wild women's weekend with drums and goddess chants. And then at the end of the day, 2 missed periods and a cup full of bazooka juice.
At a Burger King.
At a Burger King.
Who in their right mind would put their face on this and their name and publish it for everyone to read?
Because it's stunning and brave. She don't need a man. She's going to do it all on her own.
This whole article stinks of pity and desperation.
The path to parenthood is tricky for LGBTQ folks.
Oh boy, I don't even want to know where this is going.
It's not just a decision, I want to be a parent, as it is for many non-queer people.
Space Ghost is on.
She's turning the regular people into villains.
Oh yeah, it's such a convenience that we, use our equipment for what it's supposed to be used for. You don't know what it's like because you're not queer, way.
From the beginning, there are ethical, financial, and legal decisions to be made, not the least of which is, will I try to have a birth child, and if so, how?
Every single pregnancy, no matter who's doing it, or whether or not you suck it out of a popsicle, there are always ethical, financial, and legal decisions to be made.
Oh my God, yes.
Always.
Yes. No one's ever ready.
No. It's not different just because you like carpet samples instead of, meat sticks at Costco.
Yeah, you like to lick the lumpy liver. That's fine, whatever. That's your choice.
If getting pregnant is a viable plan, doing so with a donor friend can lead to battles over parenting rights.
Even if you do it the old-fashioned way, it's the same thing. I love how she's specifically trying to make this an LGBTQ WTF LOL problem.
Oh, man.
Frozen sperm is expensive and brings loads of decisions. Loads. Beginning with whether to use a known donor so the child might contact the donor when they turn 18, or an anonymous donor, no identifying information ever, as well as choices concerning the donor's race, ethnicity, health history, IQ score, even whether they had acne as a teenager. Other options for LGBTQ WTF-LOL folks, including surrogacy, in vitro fertilization, and adoption, are also expensive and fraught with their own ethical considerations.
Those options are available to everybody, and they don't become more or less. Actually, they probably do become less expensive for you because you're going to go to a women's clinic that's taxpayer funded, right?
Like there aren't
Yeah.
normal people out there who have fertility issues.
Uh-huh.
No, don't get me wrong. There are women out there who, for whatever reason, wound up getting the short end of the stick from Mother Nature, and they have severe problems in their 20s and early 30s trying to have children.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to them.
In most cases, you didn't ask for that.
That's right.
In some cases, those things can be brought on by treating your vagina as a clown car.
How dare you?
If you're getting the malachi crunch every weekend from random randos from the bar, yeah, you're going to have problems with ovarian cyst syndrome, probably. And then later on, cancer and shit.
But to listen to this chick talk, you would think that no man ever had to deal with parenting rights.
That's right.
Or lost his kids, or got raked through the coals for child support. No.
Wait. That's most men.
She wants to frame this as specifically a gay thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, go sell your shit somewhere else. I'm not buying it.
None of you cisgendered, privileged folks who use your equipment for how it's designed, you've never had to deal with the hardships that I've had to deal with.
Which are self-inflicted.
But these are the same people who want to convince us that they are completely happy with their decisions and they don't need a man and they're strong and independent and they're happy, and who are you to tell them how to live and everything. It's like, nobody's trying to tell you how to live. We're just telling you to pick a lane.
That's right.
Either you are miserable and oppressed, and you have to write articles like this trying to make standing in line for a cup of sperm outside of a Burger King bathroom seem stunning and brave.
Totally like a decent decision.
Or you're happy, and you've made wonderful decisions that you don't regret at all, and society's totally wrong about you.
Yeah, 1 in 4 of these women today are on head meds, and that stat's 12 years old. And I wonder how many people in the stunning and brave community are on head meds also.
I don't know. That they probably pick them up when they pick up the first aid kit because domestic violence is such a huge problem in that community as well.
Lesbians are some spouse-beating bitches.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, if you look at those stats, it's unbelievable.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, they're brutal. Brutal!
You know it's a really committed relationship when you got an octagon ring in the living room, I'm just saying.
That would be kind of cool. I'm serious, it'd be kind of cool.
She bought me a ring. Oh my God, you're getting married? No, we just like to kick the shit out of each other, so we put one in the living room.
You figure if you do that on a regular basis in the octagon, you get pretty good at it after a while.
Oh yeah, and little Libiana, the one with the penis. Yeah, she's only 4 years old, but she knows how to ring the bell for us.
I decided to go the frozen sperm route. I had moved from Virginia, where the options for a queer single woman without a ton of cash to obtain frozen sperm were few, to Chicago, where I had access to the Chicago Women's Health Center's insemination program for single and lesbian/bisexual women.
Which is totally taxpayer funded.
Even if you live in red trash Illinois.
That's right. You have idiots in these big blue cities
Yep.
making policies that are
affect
taking
everyone
money
else.
away from you to fund insane bullshit like we just talked about here.
Oh, I didn't see you there. I'm reading this book, and it quite possibly is the best book ever written because I'm in it! Winning! If you want to know the rate of return on dating women, you need to buy the Book of Numbers. There's a link in the description, down there in the penis area. Meet Gazer!
I knew from the beginning that I wanted a known donor, leaving the door open for my child to choose to make contact later, and to milk him for child support. Don't forget, you just let it slip that you moved from Virginia to Chicago because you didn't have the money to really do this on your own.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. Like if I slipped in by the goalie of a woman in the past, and I find out that I had a kid, I would literally walk through Hades in barefoot to be in that kid's life. This is how I am.
Because even if the child was conceived through malicious means, even if it was just, oops, the condom broke kind of a mistake.
That's right.
Child doesn't know that.
Nope.
Child's not responsible for that. They're innocent. You need to treat them as such.
That's right. Once those 2 feet hit the ground, bro,
They're off running.
yeah. And that kid's a direct result of the Wonder Worm of you. Guess what, bro?
Wonder Worm is going to be a t-shirt.
You are on the hook. You're on the hook.
Each month I'd call the clinic to request they order my frozen shake the day before I expected to ovulate. The next day I'd drive across the city to the clinic to collect the precious fluid in its metal shipping container that was half my height, filled with dry ice, and looked like something out of the Jetsons.
And you just dated yourself.
If you didn't want to do that, you could have started a few years younger and had a dude live with you, and all you do was bend over in the morning.
That's pretty much
good.
it.
You're good.
And then you get an omelet.
Yeah. Save yourself thousands of dollars and driving and everything, and you got egg white delivery right to the warehouse.
Yeah. Get your nice cheese-filled omelet. Egg whites only, of course.
That's right. Right to the warehouse.
At home I'd open the metal tube, vapors pouring over the lip and rising around my hands, and slowly lift out one of the 2 tiny vials of sperm. I'd inseminate myself using a needleless syringe, just as the clinic showed me to do, 2 days in a row, and then return the giant capsule. I repeated this process unsuccessfully for several months.
Oh my God. Yeah, who paid for the several months?
The thing is, if you're only getting 2 injections with God knows how much money she's having the taxpayers foot the bill for, wouldn't it be easier to just... It's like, oh, okay, I'm going to start around this time. Come on over and pork me every day while I watch Leno or some shit. Like, come on.
It's got to bend over.
Do you know how expensive frozen sperm is?
Tell us, please.
My friends threw me a big sperm party.
Oh my God!
Please don't tell me it was potluck.
Not a party where people brought sperm, which might have been a great idea, but a fundraiser to buy the stuff. Still, I quickly ran out of savings.
You have everyone come over bringing sperm, have a sperm party. There's another word for that. It's called orgy.
After the first guy you save on lube. Oh, God!
It's called a bang of gang.
My specific pregnancy dilemma was a combination of a limited income and not being straight.
More blame and shame now.
Yeah, here we go.
And thus not able to obtain sperm by the traditional no money down method.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you already admitted to doing. Are we just going to completely forget about that part?
I know. That's a choice. That's a choice.
And yet, ironically, sperm is not a scarce commodity. It's everywhere. I just couldn't get my hands or other parts on any of it.
All you had to do was say yes.
But you're ugly.
Yeah.
Maybe in her 20s she might have been okay, but looking at this picture, whoo!
Yeah, you're ugly. She hit every paddle in the ping pong ball machine of life.
Tilt.
One Saturday in the midst of this process, I went to an intuitive healing workshop with my closest friend and confidant, Royanne.
I wonder whether or not Royanne has an Adam's apple. Just saying.
First of all, like those weird healing things, I don't know. Jury's still out in my mind about those.
We wrote down goals and meditated, focusing on creating a life we believed in. I was on that journey, but I was stuck. The leader insisted, there is no stuck. We can move through anything. How about money for sperm, I thought, but she didn't address that.
Wow.
Sounds like a personal problem to me.
Late in the morning, we formed pairs, looking deep into each other's eyes while mirroring movements. My partner was a complete stranger, yet I felt this profound connection to him.
Here we go.
He sat next to me at lunch, the energy radiating between us.
Totally gay.
This is all voluntary. All of her problems were self-made.
Well, think about it.
All of them.
All through the 90s. What did we hear all the time from the alphabet community? We were born this way. You just need to accept us for who we are.
Yeah,
but then as time went on and you wanted to keep the grift going, now you can be born in the wrong body, which is a metaphysical argument. Basically throwing out all of the progress that you made and the key argument that was used to make it all happen.
You lose! Good day, sir!
As the group chatted, I told my story coming to my current state, not pregnant and out of sperm money. This lovely man Drake asked why I didn't just find a donor. I turned to him, got all shaky, and dumped my entire glass of lemonade in his lap.
Somebody likes water sports.
Grabbing napkins and leaning toward him to clean it up, I stopped just short of rubbing his crotch.
Sure you did.
We all laughed, but I couldn't stop thinking about this man's private parts covered in my lemonade.
Oh my God.
Somehow I get the feeling that in her attempt to come off as this stunning and brave alphabet woman,
Yep.
we're not going to get the whole truth.
I think you're correct.
Who wants to bet that the Burger King Whopper didn't come in a cup?
I'm telling you, that baby rabies, women do crazy ass shit, man.
Just like her fertility, her love life that day hit a stall.
The next day, as if spurred by karma, though perhaps just kindness, Drake called me and offered to be my donor. We talked through the complications, and he signed a contract stating that he would relinquish his parental rights should I conceive.
And I'm sure that contract will not find its way up in flames if you fall on monetarily hard times.
That's absolutely correct.
Drake and his wife...
Oh my God.
Wow.
Drake and his wife had not wanted children, but he felt a loss at not passing on his genes to another generation.
So it wasn't that Drake and his wife didn't want children.
She didn't want to have children.
There you go.
Why the f did he stay with her then?
Men don't feel that loss if they make that decision. Okay, we're not chicks.
Yeah.
He was tall and brilliant and approached our arrangement in a straightforward and gentle way. He was perfect.
And I'm sure he only ever delivered his sperm in recyclable containers. He never once put it right in the warehouse. Never.
Never.
Never. You're gay. You've never been attracted to a man in your life except for all those times when you tried to use them to get pregnant.
Yep. And cleaned up the lemonade off their junk.
Which she admits to and then recants later on. It's like, some consistency in your complete inconsistency would be nice.
Well, this is nothing new.
No.
No, they always do this.
I'm strong and independent, but I still need your tax dollars. I don't need a man. Can you pay my rent? I'll suck your dick. The only problem was that he lived in Normal, Illinois, and I lived in Chi-Congo. That's a 2.5-hour drive if there's no traffic, and there's always traffic. The first time I inseminated myself using Drake's sperm was on a weekend. Drake and his wife invited me to their home for dinner, wine, and good conversation. Oh, we know where this is going.
Yep.
Whew. I brought a date. Awkward.
What kind of weird shit is this?
Do you mind staying here with them while I go let him plow me out in the basement?
Yeah, thank you.
Totally gay.
This is like the inverse of Brian Stelter.
Totally straight.
Yeah, right.
This is some crazy ass bullshit.
We all believe you.
This is some crazy ass bullshit.
This is insane.
This is unbelievable.
This just took a really weird turn.
Yeah, we went into awkward world. Before it was just pity and embarrassment. Now it's all...
And now there's lots of people involved. This is a group experiment.
I know. Oh my God.
Not a typical way for lesbians to spend their time when casually dating, but she was game.
More red flags than a China parade.
She's probably standing behind him, tickling his balls and fingering his butthole.
And doing CPR on his ass.
To make it go faster.
Oh my God, this is like The Handmaid's Tale. After dinner, we got down to business.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Shortly after retiring to a room on the lower level, Drake returned with a coffee cup full of his fresh semen.
A coffee cup?
Well, he knows you like your cream and
What
sugar.
does that
I mean, what are you
do,
gonna
to
do?
cow or something? Fill up a whole coffee cup?
Using my handy little syringe to squirt the valuable fluid right up into my cervix, I inseminated in a room full of windows looking out into the woods. During the night, deer came to eat corn left outside in the moonlight. It was magical.
You can eat the corn out of my shit, you dumb bitch! Oh my God! Oh man.
I didn't get pregnant.
Shocker, want to smell it?
It smells like your mom.
Hey!
So that was attempt number one. And the
How
Burger
many more
King
of these are there?
I don't know. The Burger King process obviously came about much later. But
There we go.
nothing worked.
Drake walked out of the men's room, handed me a Burger King cup full of his DNA, smiled, and headed out of the restaurant.
Jesus Christ.
And I drank it. That's how it works, right? You'll have to forgive me. I don't know, because All I have is a women's studies degree, and I'm a lesbian.
A lesbian.
I don't know how that works. I've never porked a man.
You serious?
Looking around, I took the cup into the women's room and used my little syringe to inseminate in one of the stalls.
It's one of those turkey baskers.
Oh no.
Now, I couldn't let all that valuable stuff leak out of me, especially after a wonderful man drove all that way to dispense it for me in a Burger King restroom, and I didn't even buy him dinner.
See, that's ungrateful.
Ah!
It's terrible.
Fertility books recommend that after a woman is inseminated, she lay back with her hips up on a pillow, allowing gravity to assist. Unfortunately, I had no comfy pillows available, and the back seat was full of training supplies.
If you know you're going to do that, and you know you need to elevate, you clear out your car so you can lay in your back seat and do that. What an idiot.
With Royanne as the driver, I adjusted the passenger seat back as far as it would go, pushing against those supplies. I climbed in backward with my head hanging over the seat where the legs usually go, and my feet sticking up in the air, and waited for nature to do its thing.
But after years of trying this, it turns out that she had blocked tubes.
Shocker.
I'm sure that blocked tubes and all of these complications with her waxworks had nothing to do with all of those wild women weekends with goddess chanting that resulted in 2 missed periods and no baby.
Obviously, her penis test was too high.
Got her in.
But in the end, it all works out great because not only does she have the oppression points for allegedly being a queer woman, she had to adopt not 1, but 2 stunning and brave children of color in order to make sure that she got all of the Nuva rings arranged into that Oppression Olympics logo.
Listen, I'll be honest. You know, if I had remained married, I probably would have adopted kids. Because there's a lot of good kids out there that need a good home.
Unquestionably.
All right, so I'm not going to hammer her for that.
And now more than ever, thanks to feminism, you got women hitting this age, like 34, 35 years old, and then they want to let nature take its course.
Yeah.
And because they used and abused their downstairs mix-up for so long, it's just not going to happen for them.
Or they just never used it. Listen, if these women want to have kids beyond 40, you know, you start at like 22,
and then you can have one every 2 years.
Every 4 to 6 years, keep everything primed. You could possibly do that.
Yeah. But because their moms had them when they were like 38, 39, not doing the math in their head that, hey, I'm the youngest of 4, they think they can start at that age and it's all going to be gravy.
No, that ain't going to happen.
And this is how you wind up moving from Virginia to Chicago, blowing through all of your savings and standing in line outside of a Burger King restroom with a paper cup in your hand and a shit-eating grin on your face because you literally ate shit.
Where are you in your life when you're begging for sperm in Burger King? What? What flow chart of insanity did they have to go through to get to that? Oh my God!
And it just goes to show you how out of touch and completely wrapped up in their own nonsense they are. The fact that a queer feminist will go on to HuffPo and write this article thinking it's going to rally people to her corner. You know what it's going to do? It's going to provide a reality check to a lot of feminists out there who are going to look at this and say, do I want that to be me in 10 years?
Well, you can only hope that these young ladies today see these horrible outcomes to these feminists before them, and they can steer clear or change course or something. But in my heart of hearts,
I pray for that. I do.
I hope that happens, but I don't think it is. Misery loves company, bro.
Yeah, and they're so afraid of the truth, they will not surround themselves with anyone who disagrees. We see this on Twitter.
Yeah.
Why do you think dudes like us don't have a Twitter account anymore?
I unfriended a whole bunch of people on Facebook, and then they deleted my account. So
yeah,
you know, fuck them.
You know who I really feel bad for in this situation? Those kids.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
No logical compass whatsoever, and we know what not having a father in the home does to children.
That compounded with the fact that this woman,
Is
from this article, is nothing but a serial bad decision maker.
And she's naive to the point of, dare I say, delusion.
I would have to concur.
You're naive when you don't know the truth. You're deluded when the truth is slapping you across the face with its meaty rooster, and you persist in the fiction anyway. I pray that we're wrong. I pray that they are fantastic parents and these kids grow up to be just fine.
Yes.
But with no logical compass in their life, a mom hell-bent on placing at least a bronze in the Oppression Olympics, and the fact that they are children of color being raised in a society where Joe Biden wants to appropriate more taxpayer money to push critical race theory, you're going to wind up with kids who have no logical bones in their body, and they're going to be surrounded by an echo chamber of people too terrified to tell them they're wrong. These kids are set up for failure from go.
They definitely have some tremendous odds to overcome.
But best of luck to them. That's all we can do.
It can be done. It can be done.
It can be done because you faced a lot of the same shit. You were raised in a single mother home.
And I was brainwashed by my feminist
blue-pilled
mother.
to the nines.
Yep.
And then you got a nice healthy dose of reality.
I did, and it almost cost me my life.
And I'm thankful that I didn't have to go through that kind of shit to get the same wisdom. And that's why we do this.
Yeah.
Because there's dudes every day starting their shotguns.
Yeah. Exposing their thinking meat to the air.
Yeah, because they don't know the truth.
They've been lied to, and then their worldview and how they've been programmed, how the world should be. In their mind, doesn't match up to reality, and it's causing all kinds of problems.
We made a video about that too, called The Way It Is and the Way It Should Be.
That's right.
Links in the description.
The way it is and the way it should be.
This is the way.
This is the way. This lifestyle this woman is leading only goes to one place. Regret and disappointment.
Yes.
Don't be that person.
If you want to end up like this, keep taking women's studies in college.
Yeah.
It's not going to go well for you. Unless you enjoy the idea of somebody sidling up to you in the frickin' hallway outside the bathroom at Burger King and giving you a cup of their bazooka juice and just giving you a wink and a prow and walking out the door.
I know a lot of guys in the corporate world. They do a lot of hiring. And they look at the resume and they ask for transcripts if the person is like under 25.
Yeah.
And they look on the transcripts. If they see women's studies or any of that socialist bullshit, they do not hire them. It's too much problems. These people are programmed to cause nothing but problems.
Exactly.
And the human resources department.
Yeah. If I'm not succeeding, it's got to be some kind of discrimination. Therefore, I'm going to, cause problems and disrupt the whole fucking works.
I'm going to file complaints. I'm going to try to get people fired. I'm going to fight with my peers. And I may or may not sue the company.
Yep.
Listen, people don't need that shit. And they're waking up to it, and they're not hiring these people.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. And I sure as hell wouldn't give them a cup of my DNA.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I would assist that insanity in creating another generation of insane people.
You want the collapse of Western civilization? Because that's how you get the collapse of Western civilization.
It's on its way. It's happening.
We're already toppling.
Yep. The wobble has begun.
Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble.
And with that being said, I think we're done for today. Gentlemen, don't go to Burger King for anything other than a Whopper, and even then you should only do that like once every 6 months, because that shit'll kill you.
That is terrible shit, man. But their onion rings are good.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, if you want to put a ring on a woman's finger, make it an onion ring. She's probably fat, so she'll eat it.
That's right. That's actually quite funny.
Until next time.
Take it easy!
Suck it, Nick!